loss of awareness of one's deficits, acquired deficits.
Close your eyes while I talk to Dr. Giacino and Liz.
In Tom's case, he goes through his interactions as though he hears appropriately. The bottom line is, you can talk with him, but anything you say to him should absolutely be translated to written form. Well, it's a little painstaking, a little slow.
It's all right, as long as he can
But
understand
I think
us.
you'll be amazed
Okay,
at the
great.
difference.
Well, you know what? That can be dealt with.
Yeah. So, we'll go from there.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to call her right now, okay? Hi, Lynn, it's me.
Hi.
It's Tom's hearing.
It is.
It is Tom's hearing.
Okay.
Dr. Giacino said it's good that it was hearing and not damage, brain damage from the fall, because this can be worked out. He really wants to tap into Tom's higher level of brain function and see where he's at, because he thinks he's up there. Okay? All right, bye.
Bye.
Tom?
So what's his current schedule for PT?
Right now, he gets it 3 times a week, and then 2 times a week for
What's the
tilt
schedule at what?
I don't know his exact schedule. Do you know?
I think she does Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 o'clock.
And the OT is?
Monday, Thursday, Friday at 9:30.
He's not generally out of bed by 9:30 on Monday, Thursday, and Friday.
I usually see him bedside.
Bedside. Would the therapy be better if he was out of the bed?
I have seen Sean since he first came here last December, and I've seen him at all different types of the time. I don't think the type of therapy I'm doing at this point, it would really, that it really matters whether he's in bed or he's in the chair.
Now, when he moves over to the therapy aides working with him, will they work with him on the mat?
They won't work now. They'll do
So
range
they'll
in the
do
bed,
range
range of motion in the bed,
and
but
tilt table
yeah.
and everything like that.
I didn't understand that question. What do you mean when he moves over to the
We're-
therapy?
I guess what they're all saying is that they don't feel that their particular skills are making a difference in Sean's performance. So at this point, our plan is to change him to working with the therapy aides under their supervision, and then to reevaluate in a month to see if there have been any changes one way or the other. But that's essentially what I think we're going to have to be looking at this point.
OTPT or OTPT speech?
OTPT and
Okay,
speech.
I'm just, without our knowledge, his therapy schedule went from 5 days a week to 3 days a week. We were never told. And now I'm hearing that a decision's been made to
that's
go
why
from
we're doing-
from therapist to therapy aides. Are we
He's-
giving up on Sean?
No, I don't think we're giving up. At least I don't feel that we're giving up. I think we're changing our approach. But I think that at this point, the therapists have not felt what they're doing per se is making a difference.
Well, what if there was an approach to, say, double the therapy? That might have an effect.
Well, I think if you, I happen to be a great believer in therapy. More therapy is always better all the time, but that's not a reality. Because he was on double that amount of therapy for a very long period of time. So I think
In terms of physical therapy, it would seem to me that that's like part of the basic human condition, and not getting daily physical therapy, to me, is...
What you really raise is what's the standard of care? The standard of care means that you have strongest evidence in the literature that this intervention works, and you know who it works for and for what period of time. So we don't have that. But what we have is basically a much softer standard of care, and it's based on temporal parameters, and this is, I don't think, new information for you. This period of time that after traumatic brain injury that one would expect to see further recovery from the vegetative state, okay, is 12 months. So, we're at the 20-month mark now. Aggressive therapy. And I will tell you with no uncertainty, there's not another place that would stay this aggressive this long. I mean, if you can find it, go there, really.
Yeah.
Because
That's not the issue.
yeah, no, I understand that other question as well. But the point is, you know that at least you know what the standard says. So any service that could be done by somebody other than a licensed professional with adequate training should continue to be done. I mean, and it's true. I mean, you could get to the point where you're almost as good as the therapist in terms of ranging and positioning and those
I
kinds
hear
of
you.
things.
Unfortunately, I have a day job too, Joe.
No, and I'm not saying
I'm
that
a
you
practicing
should be
lawyer,
the
so
no.
I need
Yeah.
what I need. Since he was a baby, I've been trying to attend to the needs of this young man, which I'm still trying to do. If you're telling me that he's better off with 5 days of physical therapy than 3, I think that's right. I actually think that's the right answer.
No,
The question is, what do I have to do? Is there a paraprofessional available
To
who
get
can
one.
to give him the therapy the other 2 days when he's not getting it?
Well, let me answer the first part first. And
Probably the most pessimistic meeting we've had.
Right. Yep, you think it can't hurt much more, but it always does. It always does. So.
We're very close to each other here, but we don't want to be. Like these are all people that I feel close to, and I wish I never met them. They have a perspective that other people don't, but I honestly don't think anybody can understand what I'm going through, not even my husband, and I don't even understand what he's going through. It's very private and independent trauma.
Wouldn't it be nice? No more board? This is huge for us. It took a long time for us to find out that Tom couldn't hear. And just the thought of the possibility that today he may be able to hear for the first time in 7 months for us is huge.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, Tom. How does my voice sound to you? Does it sound comfortable for you?
Nothing.
You don't hear anything. You're not hearing my voice at all? You don't hear me talking to you at all? You're not hearing any amplification? Let's see. The hearing aid is all. It's working. I'm just wondering, maybe we need to write that down. Linda, why don't you just talk to him just while you're writing and see if he can...
Can you hear my voice, babe? Can you hear me say anything right now?
No.
No. Even a little bit? No. Okay.
So I think what I'm going to do is sort of go through it with the hearing aid in place, because it is programmed according to the hearing test results we got the last time, which we thought were pretty accurate.
Can you make adjustments to it today if he's not hearing you?
Actually, I think the reason I would prefer not to do adjustments is because I think that we spent a lot of time trying to get accurate hearing data on him.
Okay.
And the hearing aids are programmed according to the hearing loss that they measured on that side. Do you not hear me, or do you not understand me?
You don't hear her?
You know, I know that he's saying he's not hearing. We're going to give him a couple of days with the hearing aid to see if he becomes more aware of his surroundings.
Now, if he can't hear now, what changes to make him
Again,
more aware?
I think that there's a question whether or not Tom is not hearing or not knowing what to do with the auditory information that he is hearing. So even though he's saying that he's not hearing, it's not that he's not hearing it. His ear is actually hearing it, but then the brain is actually what does all the work. The brain is really what figures out what it is that is being said.
He's not hearing anything.
And that's, again...
If this is working, and it's working where he, like you're saying, he can hear with that the way it is, wouldn't he just hear noise then?
Look at her. There should be some reaction.
Some
to that.
reaction.
It's
There's
not a very black and white issue. It's not a very simple issue. With brain injury, there does come a complication with the different modalities. And once again, it could be that the peripheral ear is hearing it, but the brain doesn't know what to do with the information.
This doesn't make any sense.
You hear it? Yes. Don't hear it? Nothing
And
happens.
that's what he's saying right now.
And that's not a matter of the brain processing the sound. It's a matter of whether he hears any sound or not.
There's a possibility with Tom that the hearing loss, it's beyond the ear, and it's now it's into the brain, and they call it, what they call is central deafness. You can have this with normal hearing. You can literally have someone that's got normal peripheral hearing in the ear, but then once that information goes to the brain, the person is unable to make any sense out of it. So their behavior is such that as a deaf person. It's called central deafness. I'm just going to take that. That's fine. You have any questions for me? It's a lot of information I know that we gave you on top of all the other information that we went to that seemed to be unexpected.
Very unexpected.
So really that's it.
Okay.
Swan, wake up right now. You can go back to sleep when we leave. Swan. Swan.
Tell Rose to stop.
Swan. Swan.
Hey, Swan. I had talked to Dr. McKay, and, you know, she was just saying that he just was still on a ventilator. So then she was saying, you know, when I came in, then she would talk to me, so, you know. But that's the only thing that I know, that he just was still on a ventilator. But everything else I know, you know, it's been pretty good. I think they gave him something.
Swan. Open up your eyes. Swan.
You gonna wake up? What happened today?
Swan.
This boy is out. He gotta have some drugs in his system.
Something. Swan.
Oh, here comes Dr. McKay.
Hello.
Hi,
How you doing?
Hi, Dr. McKay.
How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How's the boy
I told him, Quan, I asked him, did he have some drugs in his system, because he is out.
Yeah.
And he had some sedatives or something.
I haven't gotten any responses from him recently at all. Since he's been over here. But let me go take a look at his chart, because I want to catch up, and then maybe we could talk a bit about what's going on.
Okay. Hey.
Open up your eyes.
Quan, squeeze my hand.
Unfortunately, he's not sedated. He's just not responding.
Okay.
And what's different about what's happening now than what happened before is the seizures. Since he's been back up here,